Hello, and welcome back to Know It All Haven. I'm Thomas, and today we're turning up the volume, literally. We're asking a question that sounds like science fiction, but has very real science behind it. Can sound waves actually kill you? Could a blast of audio, a thunderous vibration, really stop your heart or even make your head explode? Let's find out. First, we need to understand what sound actually is. Sound is made up of pressure waves moving through a medium, usually air, but it can also be water or even solid material. These waves vibrate molecules, which then hit your eardrum, allowing you to hear. But when sound gets intense enough, it can do far more than just rattle your ears. There are two important measurements to know when it comes to sound: decibels and hertz. Decibels, or dB, measure the intensity or loudness of sound. Hertz, or hertz, measure the frequency, or how many sound waves occur per second. A quiet conversation is around 50 to 65 dB. A lawnmower? About 90 dB. A nearby jet engine can reach 140 dB, and at that level, it's not just loud, it's painful. Now here's where things get interesting. As the decibel level rises, so do the risks. At around 150 dB, long-term hearing damage becomes likely. And past 170 dB, you start entering a danger zone for more than just your ears. At certain low frequencies, between 0.5 and 8 Hz, exposure to 177 dB can lead to real physical harm. We're talking about erratic breathing, joint pain, nausea, and even bones beginning to vibrate. Your lungs don't appreciate being shaken like a maraca, and neither do your eyeballs, which, fun fact, have a resonant frequency of around 19 Hz. That's the point at which your vision can literally start to blur. Now, let's crank the dial even higher. In theory, it would take about 240 decibels to cause something as extreme as a human head exploding. But generating that kind of sound is virtually impossible under normal conditions. For comparison, even the European Space Agency's LEAF, a massive testing facility designed to blast satellites with sound, tops out at around 154 dB. That's loud enough to seriously injure you if you were locked inside, but nowhere near fatal under normal outdoor conditions. That's because in open space, sound waves dissipate quickly. In an enclosed chamber, they can bounce and build, intensifying their impact. That said, sound has been weaponized, just not in the explosive Hollywood way. Enter the long-range acoustic device, or LRAD. Originally developed for crowd control and military use, the LRAD emits focus beams of sound at up to 150 decibels, often directed at pirates, rioters, or protesters. It's non-lethal, but definitely unpleasant. People targeted by LRADs have reported severe pain, disorientation, and even permanent hearing loss from as far as 300 meters away. So no, you're probably not going to get killed by your neighbor's car stereo, but sound can hurt you. At the right frequency and volume, sound can cause real physical damage. But killing someone outright? That remains, for now, beyond the limits of what we can generate, at least outside of theoretical or controlled conditions. And what about the world of fiction? If you've ever read The Calculus Affair, one of the classic Tintin adventures, you might remember Professor Calculus inventing a sonic device so powerful it could destroy entire cities. Sounds wild, right? But even though that's an exaggeration, it's rooted in real curiosity. Can sound be a weapon? Absolutely. Can it be lethal? Under the right and very rare conditions, maybe. But for now, it's more useful as a tool for intimidation, crowd control, or sci-fi storytelling. Let's summarize the science. Sound is pressure moving through a medium. At around 177 dB, low-frequency sound can cause physical harm, especially in enclosed spaces. At 240 dB, human lethality becomes possible, but that's virtually unachievable. Devices like the LRAD use sound non-lethally to cause pain and disperse threats. Sound can't kill you easily, but it can definitely make you wish it would stop. Thanks for listening to this deep dive into sonic science and the boundary between reality